Everyone has a story, and every story an inspiration. What's your story? The Emma Smith Show, 45 minutes of frank discussion on your road to success, the challenges, and your discipline in handling them. The Emma Smith Show, this and every Tuesday at
9 p.m.
will repeat
on Saturday at 6 p.m.
The Emma Smith Show, worth it by discussion.
Hello everyone. We'd like to say welcome to the Emma Smith Show. Yeah, it's been very tough for us. We would like to apologize for you not seeing us in recent time. We've been having some challenges. Our DOP, and that is his production manager, just lost his son in the septic tank. His sister was caring for him. According to the mom, she went to the market. You can imagine, and the child just carelessly never paid attention to that innocent child. He got drowned. We are so sorry for what happened. We express our condolences to the family. We're so sorry. But I would like to tell you, whatever you're doing, you have to parent very well. When you have the child, you have to take care of that child, and don't even entrust that child with anybody, because these things, you know, how people play the I-7 work with you. They will tell you that they're taking care of the child. At the end of the day, when you leave the child, the children do their own thing, you know. So it's so sad. We would like to say we're so sorry, GOP, for the loss of your son, and our whole crew, all of us, we're in sympathy with you. Let's take a short break, and we'll come back and you'll hear more of what we have to say today.
The Emma Smith Show, worth it by discussion.
Welcome back to the show. Today we're going to be talking to the single ladies in the house. I'm sure wherever you're sitting, you just pay attention. I got a few words for you, because I know exactly what we go through in our day-to-day life. A lot of self-blames, people talking, family pressure, you know, age, and all those things that's getting you to think that you are missing out something. You are not. The thing is, you have to, first of all, understand why I say that. You know, you have to even get into marriage in the first place. If you don't understand why you want to get into marriage, maybe being a married woman, you have to understand why should people marry. Being a married person, there are a lot of sacrifices you have to make, and these sacrifices will be a lot. You have to first of all give yourself in order to get. So you have to give yourself, give everything to that person, sacrifice a lot of other things. Sometimes when you are married, the person wants just your 100% attention, and if you cannot give everything, it becomes a problem. You know, there are a lot of other things, certainty, you know, the significance. You have to give that contribution. Sometimes you also have to find a way to see how best you can grow. Unfortunately, if you are depending on the other party to grow and you are not giving in, most likely it may not really go well with you. Sometimes if God delaying that marriage in your life, I just want you to know that He is preparing you for a better thing. He is preparing you for growth. A lot of us, we are not yet mature to get married. It is good to get married, but we are not matured. And at the end of the day, if we have to get into the relationship, we find a lot of errors. We err many times because we're only hoping and looking at that person to give it to us. And we don't know that it's all combination. It's growth, it's contribution, it's love. It has nothing to do with extended relative. It has nothing to do with family, children. Love is love. Marriage should be marriage. It's inclusive of everything, but first and foremost, your partner should come first. And I want to let you know that If you are under pressure and you don't understand what it takes, to get married, I want you to please understand these basic things about love life and marriage. You are not leaving behind or what. You are not just being abandoned. You are in the process of growth. Put yourself together, put your life together, grow so that whoever comes your way will be satisfied with your maturity. So you don't stop going places to be wedded. Stop going from one church, the other area. I want a husband, I want this, I want that. Just do the right thing and ask God to process you. You know what you are going through right now? You are being processed for that great man or for that great woman. For all the single people, I want you to put your life in order, to know that life is not leaving you behind. A lot of us, even me myself, I had a lot of plans in my life. I wanted to be this, I wanted to be that. There are a lot of things we plan because we think that we can design our own lives. It's wrong. We cannot design our lives. You are overprotecting, oh, I don't want him, oh, I want to get married, I want to do this, I want to do that. You don't even know your life. Allow God to plan your life. And let us understand the purpose of getting there so that we all can grow in faith. Let's take a short break. When we come back, we'll understand the other significant aspect of it.
Everyone has a story. And every story, an inspiration. What's your story? The Emma Smith Show, 45 minutes of frank discussion on your road to success. The challenges and your discipline in handling them. The Emma Smith Show, this and every Tuesday at
9 p.m.
will repeat
on Saturday at 6 p.m.
The Emma Smith Show, worth it by discussion.
Welcome back to the show. Are you feeling rejected and down? That you are in a relationship and feeling left alone? Is it something you need to discuss? Are you feeling like whatever you want to discuss with that person, it brings problem? You cannot talk, you don't have a voice in the relationship? If you start to feel that way, it's best that you will give it a break. Give it a pause and discuss the issue. Do not run into marriage that tomorrow you feel bad because you also have not grown enough to discuss with that person. You have to seek a counselor or your pastor or an advisor who will step in the picture. Just take a break and understand exactly if you can communicate with that partner easily. If you cannot communicate with that partner easily, you'll be having a problem. And if you marry, definitely you end up into divorce. So I'm urging you, single ladies, yes, I'm going to talk to the ladies, the men as well. Before you get into marriage, you should make sure that your communication pattern is well clear. If you cannot communicate with your partner, you are in a serious problem. We need to work on ourselves. We need to grow gradually. We have to contribute. Most times, women, for us, we love to be taken first. If you cannot take your partner first in the relationship, for example, if somebody should bring problem, let's say a complaint in the home or wherever you are, and you just take the side of the outsider, do you think she's going to be happy? If you take somebody over her, another female over your partner, do you think she's going to be happy? She will feel less of a person, and everyone wants to feel that significance. And I'm sure if you also not feeling like you are the man, if you are not making her happy, you will not want to be with her, because a man's foremost objective is to make a woman happy. If you cannot make her happy, then why are you there? So please, gentlemen, try your best to make that lady happy. Do your best, do whatever you think, put her first, make her happy, take her everywhere, and definitely when you propose, she's going to be laughing and smiling and give you everything you need. Let's take a short break. When we come back, we'll get all of the other little tips I got for you.
The Emma Smith Show, worth it by discussion.
The little tips I have for you, single ladies, gentlemen, single men, sharing should be part of your day-to-day life. When you share, the person feels part of you. You should always learn to share with your partner in a relationship and whatever, and stop having secrets. You take everything to yourself. Are you in a relationship? You are building a house, she doesn't even know about it. You have another bank account, she knows nothing about it, or he knows nothing about it. You should always try to find a way to have an open relationship so that people cannot have doubts, so that the partner cannot even think that you're doing something outside, that this relationship should have future, So sharing is one. So let's look at contribution. You should always find something to do, no matter what. If you're a lady, if you are not educated to work, you find a business to do what you think you can do to help your partner. And you contribute in a home by caring for the house, doing domestic work, cleaning up. It doesn't make you a lesser person. Sometimes when you do these things for your husband or your partner, he feels loved, and everyone needs that attention. But if you are into yourself, he feels that he's afraid that he might lose you, or you are not giving him everything that he really wants. So it goes the same way. If you are a man, you need to find a way to love her and show her that care, and don't put any other person above her. So you also need to contribute. That is bringing things in the house, taking care of the kids, the domestic, the fees, and all of those things. And you guys can put it together and make it one. When we talk about growth, how can you grow in your relationship? You have to grow spiritually, financially, You have to find a way to see how much you can talk. There are a lot of problems. Financial problem has been the stumbling block, the key to a lot of relationships. Everyone thinks that the money is good enough for them. They keep it to themselves. But growth also, find a way to improve yourself. Get up, do something in the house. Build yourself, get beautiful every day for your partner. Get smart and try to see how you guys can make life better. Think about a project. If you're a man, if you don't have a project, how can she help you? Because she's a helpmate. So think about a project, see how best you can help her to improve it for you. You think about building your house, you think about doing something for the future. You have to plan a strategic plan, do something so that you guys can be able to be happy. And on the other hand, your spiritual life. Prayer is the key. No matter which denomination, your religion, try, pray often. Prayer keeps the home going. It keeps the home going safely. You pray together, you understand yourself together. No matter what is obstacles, after everything, you'll be able to put your life together. Because when God is in a relationship, He breaks every obstacle. So make sure you communicate, you pray, no matter what, fervently, and you try your best to love. Love that woman. We have a lot of issues in Liberia. Stepchildren, children, family members, uncle, nephew. Some of you have your stepchildren and you put your stepchildren over your husband or over your relationship. Your children, oh man, my child. So because I'm a child, I must. You know what? I will tell you. Don't put your child or your children over your man. You know what I'm saying? You know the reason why? Because that child or those children are only there for a period. You are going to stay with this man after they've left you. It's a 20 years project. These people will leave and nobody will be in the house, only you and your wife and you and your husband, if possible. So you always find a way to put her first. I am not saying you shouldn't put your child first, but your child will leave. If you're glued to your child forever and ever, after a while, you will start feeling lonely because they will definitely leave you to go and have another life, a future for themselves. I don't think you want to do that. So all the time, make sure you put your partner first and let your partner put you first. With that, your love life will never crumble. But you have your mom. Some people are very glued to their mothers. Whatever the mother says, that's it. My mom said it won't. My pa said it won't. It must be. I will do it. I'm begging you. Listen to that young man. Listen to that young lady. And stop putting people over her or stop putting people over him. Leave mom, pa, sister, children, all those things. Put your husband or your spouse first. It can be a boyfriend and girlfriend, or you'll start it first. And you'll start having like that close connection before it even turns into marriage. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have much thing to say to you today. But whatever you are doing, if you are getting ready for marriage, if you are getting ready for a stronger relationship, you have to be very, very, very conscious to these things I just told you. Make sure you have a growth of your own. You make sure you have the power to contribute in the relationship. Make sure you do something to be able to attract your opposite partner so that he also can look at you. There's nothing wrong with you. There's no spiritual attack. But I think we have to work on these things. We have our own issues as ladies. So if we work on ourselves, definitely we'll be able to find suitable men. And it's too much being strong. Another thing, I'm sorry to tell you, I should have told you. We're strong women, right? The feminist part of us gets men afraid. You know, we always want to, I can do it myself, independent. I'm like that. I will not get myself off it. I will just share with you. It's true, it's good to be hardworking, it's good to be strong, but we have to get out of that box. You know, that masculine side comes sometimes and makes the man feel uncomfortable. He feels that, who am I? I can't do anything. She wants to do it all. And it gets men to be afraid of us. So when you are sitting, wherever you are, trust me, we have to calm down, meddle a little bit, stop doing much, and let the man take charge sometimes. And we should not feel like we can do it all by ourselves, you know. Let him take charge. Just tell him. Sometimes you act like you don't have it at all. And let him take charge, because when he takes charge, he'll feel like a man. But we want to do it, I'm strong. You know, that feminist aspect of us. So I just want to tell you, whoever you are, if you are strong, you have that feminine side of you, that masculine side of you sometimes comes in, that you want to take control, and he sees that. And immediately he sees that, he wants to be very defensive. And that's when the problem comes, you know. So in order not to allow him to get the defensive side of him, to say, I am the man in this house, I am the man, and who you think you are, just always find a way to even pretend and hide your skills. Because when your skills are too many, trust me, it's a problem. You know, they'll run away from you. So let's try our best to meddle a little bit, hide our skills, so that we can have a wonderful husband to say, dun, 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 dun. I'm just kidding. Anyway, I want you to have a wonderful time this year. Be happy with your spouse, but nobody chasing you, nobody behind you, nobody reaching you. Trust me, let's do the right thing, and we all will be happy.
The Emma Smith Show, worth it by discussion.